Tonight, we continue the mysterious story of a young man from North Berwick who vanished, presumably on purpose, nearly 2 years ago.
Alex Gum was pursuing spirituality when he flew to Hawaii, but his trail goes cold after one day there. Since his disappearance, his friends and family have not heard from the 26-year-old. 207's Beth McAvoy joins us with the second piece of this bizarre story.
Amanda and Rob, 4 of his friends and one young man who has never even met Alex decide to go search for him, even though in the years leading up to his disappearance, Alex had little to do with them. They went to the Hawaiian island of Kauai in November for 6 days. It's the last known place Alex was seen. They're convinced they'll find him, raising the question, how far would you go to help a friend?
The Alex that I knew, he was very outgoing, he was super funny, he was kind of a loose cannon wild guy.
Ian Davis and brothers Hunter and Spencer McLeod spent their teen years skateboarding with their buddy Alex Gum.
He was very gifted. Really anything he put his mind to, he could accomplish.
In the years leading up to Alex's 2018 departure to Hawaii, his friends say he changed.
He's like a hermit, he doesn't come out much.
He got really into Taoism, Buddhism, even dabbled in Hinduism, enlightenment in general. That's what kind of fueled his separation from the group, really.
He had his own journey, and I don't think his friends were a part of that.
Which makes their next decision so rare. When they learn that Alex has not been heard from in more than a year, they decide to do something about it.
We wanted confirmation that he's at least alive and okay. And that's for his parents and for us as well.
The friends learn that Alex's parents have hired a private investigator to search for him on the island of Kauai.
If they're going to get any answers about Alex, somebody needs to go on foot. I mean, you can only do so much over the phone.
We need people there that know him and that care for him genuinely.
Their friend Alec, who has never even met Alex, wants to help.
Talk to his parents a lot. I know a lot about him, and now I feel like some sort of connection, even though I've never actually met him.
And so in the first week of November, the friends fly to Kauai for 6 days.
We're not trying to bring him home. We just want to make sure he's alive and give an answer to his parents, whether he's, alive or not with us anymore.
To scour the island looking for Alex, all while filming their trip.
You might have longer hair and more of a beard now.
2 reporters, along with Alex's friend from California, join them.
We were trying to retrace his steps and do it through his eyes.
Early in the year.
Yeah, earlier in the year? Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to play my guitar.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. He's a musician himself.
From the people they talked to, they believe Alex lived with a girlfriend. They're told she wanted to go back to the mainland, and he wanted to stay and explore the island.
Yeah, he was like, I was, Jenny and Jax were right here. I was where the orange tent is, and then he was and they were on the other side of me.
They learned from police that some of Alex's missing posters are, missing.
Said that the posters have gone missing, like people were taking down the posters or somebody was taking them down. So it almost seems like who else would do that unless it was him. The leads kind of dry up the spring of this year.
And with 2 days left in the trip, the friends determined that if Alex is still alive on the island, he most likely is in one place.
There's one area of the island that is inhabited by people that are off the grid. It had been washed out during a hurricane in 2018, just after he had arrived. And it's the Callaloo Valley.
No matter what, he was going to make that trip.
One issue, time. It's 11 miles to hike to the beach, which is just the beginning of the Kalula Valley.
We found out you can take a boat. It's technically not legal in the wintertime because of the surf is really dangerous.
They hire a boat to take them and quickly realize why it's a bad idea.
I had my own little near death on the way in. I kind of got thrown face first in and was under for a while and thought I hurt my neck. And it was just I suddenly was like, oh God, I'm in a remote place and I don't know how to get back to this boat.
Ian does make it back to the boat.
Me and Hunter, Alec, and Shane, we did end up going into the valley only a couple miles, and it was so dense and the trail was so nuts that we're like, we're going to get exhausted, we need to get back to the beach, and we need to swim back to the boat.
But by that time,
the waves are just too big to handle, and
by the time we got back,
made it.
The waves were huge. Yeah. Everybody made it on the boat except for me. I'd never felt the sensation of being pulled under by an undertow in my life.
Spencer is left on the beach, and he will make the 11-mile hike out the next day.
I'm leaving my brother on an island that I'm looking for a missing person on. We leave on a boat. We have no idea if he has a concussion, if he's hurt, if he's going to make the hike in the morning.
We went from searching for Alex on this trip to just trying to get our friend back that we came with, and it kind of changed the dynamic a bit, and that was the end of the trip.
And while Spencer makes it back to the group, they never did find Alex.
We felt like we were on his trail, and maybe it was too late that we were on his trail. It could have been that we drove right past him and we wouldn't have known.
Where do you believe Alex is? Do you believe he's alive?
If he's on the island of Kauai still, he doesn't want to be found. He is out there hiding on purpose. But there's also this weird thing where something freakish could have happened and he's no longer with us.
I think he's alive. He's a smart kid.
If you could get a message to Alex today, what would it be?
Just call your mom.
I just want him to know that, his boys from the Northeast came all the way out to see him.
I mean, we're going to continue the search. Like, we're not done yet.
And the friends say they will continue to search, and they plan to make a documentary about that search for Alex Gum.
Such an interesting story.
Yeah. What's their timetable? When do they hope to get the documentary out?
They're not sure. They just got back a couple weeks ago, and they're still going through a lot of footage. So I think they have at least a year.
Wow.
To be continued. Thank you, Beth.